Hey, what's up? This is Preston. I'm a freshman at Clemson University. I'm doing my new student dialogue for CU 1000. My topic was mental health in college students, and I attended my dialogue on mental health in college students, and it was very interesting. I think it was definitely a good dialogue. Um, I think to um, to start off the discussion, I would say that I think my group we did reach a real dialogue, and everyone was just like giving their opinion and like giving their like what their personal opinion, their eye opinion. Everybody was just working hard and like being interactive, and I wouldn't say everybody, but like a good majority of people, and even like the new student dialogue leaders were saying how like this was a really good group, and like right off the beginning they were like, if you keep this up, this will be like one of the best dialogues of the year. And like I just did it last week, so it was like one of the last ones. um so uh so that went pretty well. Like I would say we definitely achieved true dialogue. And then some of my observations from the group was just that, like, I don't know, we um I don't know. Everybody, like, we did this thing where we would go on different sides of the room depending on how like which way we felt on how we feel at Clemson. And they would bring up topics at Clemson such as like, are you depressed? Have you felt lonely at Clemson? Do you think mental health is a problem at Clemson? And like you would go in the middle, like if you were unsure, like the closer you get to the wall, like if you're at the wall, it's like a for sure answer. And this was just like a really good way to um, like get everyone's opinion and open everyone up, and like get us to see how like, hey, like you're not alone with your opinion on like that sort of matter. Or not even that, or also saying like, oh hey, I didn't realize people were feeling unwelcome at Clemson. Like I thought Clemson was a very welcoming place. So that was a little upsetting to see a couple kids over there for that. And then they were also just asking questions like, would you be ashamed to say that you went to get help for having like a mental disability? And then like, I don't know, I think like all of this stuff determines on like what your definition of mental disability is, because that was like probably the biggest debate we had in the discussion. Like nobody could really tell you like um what like a disability was, like whether it was like something you're born with or something like you get, or just like, I don't know. Like there were some like, because like people were talking about how there were things like you inherit, like such as like autism. Like you're not necessarily born with it, but then there's things like Down syndrome, or like your genetics, like you're actually born like that. So that was just widely debated. And other things that happened, other things that people talked about were just like people. I don't know. People were just opening up. People were definitely really into this dialogue and opening up. There was one girl talking about like, I don't know. One of the things. Oh, another thing we did was we had like the wheel chart where you talk about like all these different categories of your life and how much you talk about them, and then you meet up with your group. And like I thought that was really fun and just like really good at like that got you like to open up also, like because you were like telling these like random people that like that you haven't even met, like the reason why you're thinking about like what's on your mind the most. Like I don't know, I just feel like that's an interesting thing. Like it was just funny how for like me, I was just doing it personally, and I put like my biggest thing was just like as a, I mean not necessarily as a joke because it's true, but like heterosexual, just because like I don't know, I think about girls a lot. So like it was just funny having to like get in a group with like two other girls and like tell them that's why. So I thought that was a good activity and fun, and like they got a good laugh out of that. And then other things that so yeah, uh, that's just some of my observations from the group. There were like, yes, plenty of active voices in the dialogue. Like I said, almost over half of the dialogue probably spoke like a good 5 6 times, and then there's some kids that spoke way more. Me personally, I was probably one of those kids, like 5 or 6. I wasn't crazy active, but I was definitely above, I would say, average. I was definitely pretty involved in the group. Uh, and then there were definitely, so other than that half, there was definitely a good like quarter or third of people that like were pretty shy. And they were, even though they were shy and didn't speak out, they were like showing good body language, and like you could tell they were actually involved in the discussion and not just like bored. Like nobody was on their phone or anything. Everybody um, was being a good listener. So overall, I think it was a great dialogue. I learned a lot about mental health and college students that I didn't know before. And yeah, thank you.